Y'all introduce yourselves and then also tell us why you submitted to the pilgrimage and what your conquest means to you.
Hi, my name is Aida, Beshah, and I'm originally from Ethiopia, and I'm a self-taught artist, and I do mixed media. So I live in two different worlds, being an immigrant from Ethiopia and the USA. So it's a difficult journey in order to balance that every day. And so the self or conquest means a lot to me because I'm able to navigate that by using my art. So this piece right here, Arsa means in our language, and Arsa means a farmer, a female farmer. So women usually cultivate and are the head of the house when it comes to, marriage or children, raising your children. And so as you see Arsa up there, she is the mother, she is the woman that creates and also cultivates her life as a farmer.
I really enjoyed looking at this piece. I know it's acrylic paint, but the way that you layered it, and it looks like it kind of looked like a little bit of watercolor as well. And the texture and face, was that something that you wanted to represent the roots? And then also, can you explain your process of doing the different squares and leaves in between the squares? Is that a window or a brick wall we're looking through? Or can you explain the squares and leaves?
So the squares are an ongoing motion that's going on in her life. And also in her hair, there are bees and also dragonflies in her hair, which represent, bees are usually cultivation, and then dragonflies are smoothing her world. And she also has these lines in her face, which is she's rooted into her life, and she's rooted into her being a mother, she's rooted into raising her children, she's rooted into being a farmer and cultivating and bringing food in her house. And you also see the what's going down on her face, that's from working hard and her sweat and her blood that she brings into her home to raise her family. And usually dragonflies and bees in the wild don't get along, but she is the person who brings them together and brings peace into her house. Because women usually, mothers usually bring peace between the father and the children, so she becomes the medium.
Crush the hopeful.
Okay. This is a self-portrait of myself, and so I started. I usually, when I paint, I use graphite because that gives me control of my life. So as an immigrant, I have not felt control, or I have not felt safe being out here. But when it comes to my pieces, that's where I feel safe. That's where I could create. That's where I could do whatever I want to with no questions whatsoever, with nobody, nobody being chasing me or telling me what to do in my life. And so this piece right here represents, the crack faces represent the moments that I felt scared, the moments that I felt unsafe in my life. And her hand holding her face is I'm balancing myself as I'm going through what I'm going through in the world. And the lines in her head and her hair represents an ongoing spiritual moment that she's going through, believing in there is always going to be something that will help me go through this. And the beehives on her clothing represents the beehives represent also, they represent positive things. They represent some hope in her world.
So after creating this piece in the present day, how would you create a piece of your self-portrait now? If you consider that.
So after creating this, I believe my next piece will be hopeful and positive, because I feel safer and I feel comfortable in my life at the moment.
Yes. Because even this, although it's called fresh and hopeful, like there's still a sense of peace and calmness in this, or in the pose. But I do still see the sadness in the eyes. But I really appreciate you bringing that emotion to me. It's just the color work and just the lines. I love that the black and white line work in the hair and then the sleeve. Thank you.
Thank you.
Midtown, that you might see a print of this on the platform.
Yes, that's
Nice.
nice. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bringing the gallery work into public art, for sure. Okay, then we have.